set piece, winning that one with a good, strong move that time, Carlos River-Peraza. So now a chance for a free kick in the attacking third. We'll see if the Lobos have changed any of their strategy. Coming here into this second half, they did a lot of trying to chip the ball to the sidelines in the first half, trying to look for opportunities to swing it into the box. Now a very interesting setup as the entire box is at the top of the 18. Now the chip in and a big-time collision. The ball is finally picked up by the Lobos, but the shot is turned wide. Connor DeFries found himself with an opportunity after that ball deflected and landed right about thigh high. He tried to spin his leg around it, couldn't do it, but it was deflected out of play and will go for a corner. So the Lobos applying the pressure here early on in the second half. Kyle Heinz set to send it into play. He left-footed, rolls it to the top. A one-timer is headed down and cleared out by the Arlington Eagles. Now they try to counter. Speeding up the middle of the field, they turn it ahead. Nice crossover move by Flores Blanco, but it's cut out. De La Rosa's pass is taken away. Down the far sideline, he comes in with a difficult challenge. And the ball out of play. Remember, the star forward, De La Rosa, already with a yellow card here in this game, so that was definitely a risky challenge going sliding at the ball, but he got all ball and was able to deflect it away for a throw for the Eagles. Taken inside, now they take it along the goal line, trying to work it to the middle, but that's cleared out easily as Trent McLeod was able to get to it. Turning with it now, but that rolls over the touchline. It'll go for a throw. The National League blue runner-up, the Lobos Rush Premier, getting here to the National. Now cutting back is the Arlington Eagles. They have a 1-0 lead. We'll give you a look at how they were able to jump out in front as Edison Jerome put him ahead for the 1-0 advantage. Working back towards the middle, that's cut away. The Lobos, Connor DeFries plays it ahead, but only as far as Rusby Wood. Played into the box, good find for Flores Blanco, the shot just wide. As Ramirez came out and closed down the angle. Scoring opportunity there for Flores Blanco and the Arlington Eagles looking to double their advantage. You hear the groans from the crowd as it slides past the near post and out of play for a goal kick. The Arlington Eagles certainly have the proximity advantage. Just 30 miles here from Germantown. Collierville, Tennessee, where the Lobos hail from. Oh, just about 875 miles away. That's why it's the national championship. As it rolls across the near touchline, that'll go for a throw for the Eagles. We were here very early this morning, saw the Eagles get here not much after us. They had a few members out on the field kicking the ball around at about 6:30 this morning, getting ready for this 8 o'clock matchup. Now that's cut out. And a blatant shirt tug right in front of the referee. Easy decision there, the free kick for the Eagles. Now one touch play ahead. Here's Carbajal Hernandez. Turning with it, the goal scorer, Giron. He's bumped off his mark, and he goes hobbling to the turf now as he might have been clipped in the heel. He stumbles and goes down. Free kick awarded. And now they'll check and see if he needs any extra attention as he's slow to get up. Seems to be okay as he walks it off. Gets a courtesy clap from the crowd. Of course, remember, all of these contestants 14 and under. Getting just to that age now, right about the high school level where the play picks up a bit. The kids are getting bigger very, very quickly. Free kick sent towards. But the referee says she was not ready, so we'll have to do it again. Carlos Faria is set to send it into the box for the Arlington Eagles. The Eagles in the white kits now moving from left to right with the 1-0 advantage. Plays it to Jerome down the wing. That is cut out and sent out of play. Forceful play that time by Kyle Heinz. And he was actually on the wrong end of that collision. That'll go as a free kick. The foul called on the offense as Flores Blanco whistled for it. Certainly seen more attacking effort from the Lobos here in this second half. Head coach Mark Forrest changing some things around as the Eagles get one towards the box. That's cleared away. Jerome can't quite get to it as you see him grimace, perhaps still feeling that foul that sent him to the turf just a minute ago. Nice play by De La Rosa to control it. Now he chips it down the near sideline. Well-weighted ball, but just able to get there ahead and cut it out. Was number 34, Carlos Farias. That was an important play. And a good effort that time from De La Rosa as he almost was able to spring his teammate down that near sideline. It goes out for a throw. DeFries restarts play with the throw in, rolls all the way to the center of the box before being cut out. Good positioning that time by Spadafora. He controls it. Referee plays an advantage here as that one's then cut out by the Eagles. Free kick and a foul against the Lobos. Number 20, Justin Matroni, and Nelson Flores Blanco coming together. They restart play slow from the back, working along that back line. Now turning ahead with it is Jonathan Cummins with space. Puts it into the box. Flores Blanco trying to turn with it. And he is whistled for the foul right at the top of the 18. Trying to muscle his way through, try to turn the pass backwards. And a little bit too flaring of his shoulder, caught the referee's eye. Both these teams play at 8 a.m. all 3 days of group play. Lobos rush Premier trailing 1-0 right now, trying to get back even on the score sheet, but first they're going to have to play some defenses down the near sideline. Come the Eagles. Working it towards the box, but unable to get a step that time was Cummins. It was just out of his outstretched leg and rolls into the keeper. Now trying to start it back for the counter. Come the Lobos. Chip it down the sideline looking for De La Rosa. He is cut out nicely by the defense as Garrett Lusk gets back to it and is able to knock it away. Deflected out, that'll go for a throw as the Eagles look to turn it upfield quickly. Bit too heavy of a touch that time, nearly kept away, but the Eagles keep possession. Here's McConney. Rolls it into space, but a bit too indecisive that time. And able to get to it for a moment was DeFries, but he's cut out. Now chipped ahead, whistle, and I think they're going to get the handball that time. As Samuel Goodkind had his arms out to his side and he knocked it down. Didn't see any foul of any type, so that must have been the whistle. As the free kick is awarded, Trent McLeod ready to send it back into play. Boots it towards the top of the box. No real numbers there for the Lobos as it's deflected to the top, and they'll turn it back to the wing. Here's Matroni. Gets it inside Blaisdell. Turning with it. They'll reverse field, trying to control it, and able to do so is Heinz. Nice play that time. Now he's taking on the defender one-on-one. Farias able to win that battle, but he turns it over De La Rosa. Crossover step, tries to get the left-footed shot away, and it's deflected out for a corner. De La Rosa with the little stutter step found some space for himself and tried to deliver that left-footed shot. Just able to get in front of it were the Eagles, and they'll surrender a corner here. Lobos certainly generating some more attacking pressure early on in this second half than we saw in the first half. The Arlington Eagles had a similar style of attack in that first half, and it eventually led to the one and only goal thus far, a 1-0 lead for the Eagles. Now a long cross set into the box that is deflected and rolls out of play. off the head of Daniel Blaisdell to go for a 6 kick. Take a look back now in that first half. De La Rosa just a bit off the mark as that was touched wide. Winning the corner, but another good offensive chance for the Lobos. De La Rosa trying to control it again. He is able to deflect it to the far side where it's picked up by his teammate Blaisdell. A couple of defenders come together and work that away. Now a good tough take down the far sideline for Jonathan Cummins, but he was cut out. Still goes for a throw. Cummins able to work through a couple of defenders and still keep possession of the ball. Now that throw deflected, couple of headers. De La Rosa tries to turn it upfield. .50-50 ball won that time by Arlington. Nice control with the chest. And perhaps a little bit of a getaway with a forearm shove as the Lobos take possession away. Plebin trying to send that one there. Let's take a look now at how the Arlington Eagles were able to grab the lead in that first half using Edison Giron on a very nice setup, a sliding play across. He was able to work himself into space and the strong left-footed boot right from the top of the A team, beating the keeper. That is our lone goal thus far, and it's good for a 1-0 advantage for the Arlington Eagles. An important 3 points on the line here in day one of group play in the U14 Boys Group A National Championship Series. Now looking for more. The Eagles take it towards the box. That's cut out, but the danger not quite averted yet. Into the box, stepping with it now is Carbajal Hernandez, and he is cut out. And that ball is cleared strongly to the far sideline. As the Lobos just want to get that out of harm's way, they'll concede the throw in. Carbajal Hernandez was able to work that to the top of the box, very similar to that replay that we just showed you. Giron chips it back, able to step in front for a moment, and the Eagles do win possession. Turning with it now, McConney. He chips it ahead. This is going to be close. Ramirez can't quite get it rid of it, and Giron holds it. Rolls it across the top. One-on-one for the shot, and it's in! Flores Blanco doubles the lead. They had the attacking pressure, and Flores Blanco caps it off, keeping the keeper out of position. A big goal here in the second half, and that is tough for the Collierville Soccer Association Lobos. The Arlington Eagles again striking in the middle of the half. This time that was really only their second real chance of this second half, and they were able to find the back of the net. Let's take a look at this again. It's just a good deflection. Got through. Keeper falls down. Giron able to save it from going across the touchline, and then he is able to find his teammate Nelson Flores Blanco. So Giron, a goal and an assist here in this game. He has certainly been the man of the match thus far for the Arlington Eagles. A 2-0 advantage for them here as it's getting late for the Lobos. They'll need a couple of goals here if they want to at least earn a draw and get a point out of this game. Now Giron turning with it. Able to find it up the middle, played along, but only as far as the back line of the Lobos. Now we'll really see some passing in the back and some possession gaining from the Eagles, you won't imagine, as they'll just try to work through this clock. Play it down the near touch line. They go for Flores Blanco, the guy who just scored the second goal, and that's deflected out. It'll go for a corner. Looking to set things up quickly. They'll get everybody into the attacking box. A third goal at this point would just be gravy. Of course, keep in mind, goal differential does matter in the event of a draw or a tie in the group stage. This one's played towards the box, deflected up into the air, turned back to the middle, but run away. Retreating to get it, Rusby Wood. He sends it back into the box. That's deflected off the boot of Connor DeFries, but Ramirez able to get to it and kicks it away. Only as far as midfield where the Eagles were there, but now a chip down the near sideline. They've got that scoring power. That man, De La Rosa, 6 goals in National League play. He could get them back in this game in a hurry. Spinning with it now, Sofker, but he could not maintain possession, is now whistling a foul for the shoulder from Spadafora. That'll go as a free kick for the Arlington Eagles. U.S. National Championship brought to you by the National Guard, the official armed forces branch of U.S. Youth Soccer, and presenting sponsor of the National Championships, by Nestle Nesquik, the official post-game drink of U.S. Soccer, and by Nike, the official supplier of youth soccer. Run out of play, that'll go for a throw. Jerome heading over. The Arlington Eagles again find themselves in the attacking third. They are certainly living up to the hype that Got Soccer magazine had for them. Ranked number 2 in the nation by Got Soccer, 1 in the state of Virginia, number 2 in Region 1. So certainly expected to be a heavy favorite here in this U14 boys tournament. And they've had a strong showing early on, a couple of goals and a 2-0 lead. Looking for more now as they turned into the box, but that's played back to the keeper, Ramirez. And a whistle and a foul after the play was back to the keeper. Flores Blanco colliding, and he's whistled for the foul. Now that pass intercepted in a dangerous position. Here's Flores Blanco again. Nice move to step by a defender, working himself into the box. He's 1-on-4, and he'll just run that across the touchline, but gets the deflection and earns himself a corner. Great effort by Flores Blanco, taking on 4 Lobos and able to get the deflection and win the corner. Arlington not totally pressing forward here. They'll keep a couple of guys back, watching against the counter here with the 2-0 advantage. The Lobos will be looking to strike quickly if they get possession. Now a good chip into the box, headed high in the air, and that's deflected away. De La Rosa gets to it and boots it up off the referee's tent, and that'll go out for a throw-in. Those tents are there to prevent sun, rain, and, yes, soccer balls as well. Plays it to himself, does Flores Blanco. He works it to the 18. He gets the left-footed roller away, but that is well wide and will go for a goal kick. We have seen the Arlington Eagles really try to give themselves those pushers to the center of the field and work those long shots. That's how they scored their first goal with Jerome. They've tried it a few times, gotten close. That time the shot was well wide. Now working the other way. Here come the Lobos. Sofker plays it in, and that gets by everybody. Might have been deflected. Nice job by the keeper, Karan, there to make sure that just in case it went out, it was not a corner. And he'll just pick it up and guarantee the possession for the Eagles. Big right-footed boot clears midfield. Headed along. And the Lobos giving chase. They'll keep it in play. Trying for De La Rosa, but that's cut out. Back the other way comes McConney. Far side Cummins. But he's stopped there and cleared away by Matroni. Trying to save it, but unable to do so along that far touchline. That'll go for a throw. Good effort. As some substitutes set to check into the game. One for either side. It looks like starter Will Sakis is looking to try to check back in for the Arlington Eagles. And on he comes as he hands the penny to Edison Giron, who takes a seat now. 1 goal and 1 assist in the match. CSA Lobos getting Emmanuel Chi back into the game. This is the first time we've seen him since he came out with that injury in the first half, so it's good to see Chi back into the game. Hopefully he's all right. He went down grabbing his groin area. So luckily he is able to continue. Along the far side, foot race now. And that'll just be played out by Saravia for a throw. Eagles looking to play everything forward and to the sidelines at this point. 2-0 lead, and it's continuing to get late here in this match, if you are Collierville Soccer Association. U.S. National Championship presented by SKLZ, the official player performance training sponsor of U.S. Youth Soccer, and by Sports Authority, the official sporting goods retailer of U.S. Youth Soccer. Another chance at a kick from the far touchline. They'll play it towards the box. Well played, punched out by Karan. And a nice job by the goalkeeper there coming off his line. Spadafora with it now, though. He's spinning through, and the defense able to cut him away. Now the back line for the Lobos getting involved in the pressure. De La Rosa sidesteps a defender, rolls one in on goal. Doesn't come much easier than that for Karan as he goes down to a knee and fields it. Now for Sokas, who just checked into the game. Rolls it back for Makani, but that's cut out. Whistle and a foul. Carbajal Hernandez whistled for taking out the offender. Some of the fans not too thrilled with that call, but Carbajal Hernandez gets the ball right back. Nice piece of recovery to the far touchline. It's Cummins. Should this decision hold and Arlington Eagles get those 3 points, they take on Region 3 champion Michigan Hawks coming up tomorrow. Meanwhile, the Lobos set to take on Sporting Kansas City Academy, the Region 2 champions. So after the Region 1 champions to this point getting the best of them, they'll hope that the Midwest champs hold a better fate for the National League Blue runner-up. Back line clears it away. Was unable to save that one in play. It rolls out. Don't forget, we've got 3 more games coming up here today on Field 11. Coming up next, the 10 a.m. game, we've got U13 girls action. (2-0) Arlington Eagles with the lead. Let's take a look now at the goals here in the match. First, Edison Giron beating himself and beating the keeper with the long-range shot, then getting the advantage of the keeper off his line. Off a nice setup by Sakis. And then a good fight from Giron, keeping it in play. And then with the empty net, it was easy pickings for Flores Blanco, who finished it off with the goal. That's where we stand now, 2-0 in favor of the Arlington Eagles, coming from Arlington, Virginia, here to the D.C. metro area. Germantown, Maryland, beautiful Maryland SoccerPlex. Field 11 here, the stadium field. Host of the women's USL team, the Washington Spirit. They've got a game here this week, too, so this field's seeing plenty of action over the next 4 or 5 days. Bangura, one touch on, looking for Sakis, but that's cut out. Now Spadafora turning with it to the far side, hoping for Chi, and he's able to boot it back towards the middle of the field. And it's back to Spadafora, holding possession. Bangura able to wrestle it away, but just for a moment, as the Lobos retain possession. Now Spadafora making the run, good pass to find him. The flag is up, and we've got a foul called in the attacking third. This is an important set piece right now for the Lobos, as they could perhaps try to get back into this thing. Before that, we will have a substitution as referee whistles for them to come on. The Arlington Eagles sending a couple of players on. It looks like Martin Hockey III set to check in. As Spadafora lined up on the ball, eagerly awaiting the chance to take this kick. And on comes Matthew Leach as well for the Arlington Eagles. Now with the substitutes all set, roller into De La Rosa. They tried to do a little runaround play, but it deflected off his foot and bounced up and hit his hand. That's tough luck there for De La Rosa. Now the flag's up, another substitution oncoming for the Arlington Eagles. And now it looks like number 21, Hockey the Third, will make his way on. He was standing over by the fourth official on the first whistle, but they didn't allow him in this time. He does indeed come in and replace Jason Carbajal Hernandez the third. Of course, just like in professional soccer, the time on the clock is not entirely official. It is still up to the referee to end official play on her whistle, so that is just an estimate for us. But either way, it is in the later stages of this game. Is now perhaps a handball there, but no whistle, and it's knocked down and rolled to the center, hoping for Sakis. Referee perhaps shielded as the handball almost set up the Arlington Eagles with a chance for a third goal. Instead, here's Chi in the corner looking for help in the box. He sends it in, looking for Spatafora. He controls, but it's cleared out at the last possible moment. Lusk was able to get to it first. He hasn't completely cleared it out of harm's way, and now indeed we'll get a whistle and a free kick. Another great opportunity there for the Lobos. They've had a few here in these last couple of minutes. That time Chi with a nice send into the box and almost able to find Spatafora, who did a nice job to control it and turn with it. Take a look at this again as Emmanuel Chi finds some space, sends it right into the box. Spatafora knocks it down to himself, and it was only him and the keeper, or so he thought, until Garrett Lusk stepped in and knocked it away. Rivera Plaza and Spatafora on the ball. Last time they tried to sneak De La Rosa around the entire wall and get him a scoring chance. We'll see if they try something similar here or if they look for the chip. Spatafora with the fake. It's a shot on goal, deflected off the crossbar and then run into the net. Off the replay, it is Walter Sefker getting them right back into this game with the goal. Spatafora faked it. He stepped away. The shot was a Taylor up to the upper 90. Able to get there was Karani. Knocked it off the crossbar, but good luck for the Lobos as it bounced right onto the foot of Walter Sefker with nothing else there but the wide open net, and he did not miss his opportunity. Heck of a save by the keeper. Knocked it right off the crossbar, but then easy pickings, the left-footed one-time deflection, as you see there, and finished off by the forward Sefker to get the Lobos on the board. And just like that, it's a one-goal game. And as we said, we're in the later stages, but still at least 5 minutes left, perhaps a little bit more, depending on the referee's decision on when she wants to officially end it. Chi heads it on. Almost able to come right back and pick it up. Instead, it's the Eagles now, who perhaps have been sitting on their heels a bit too much. They're going to get going. They play it to the near side. Here's Sakis. Taps it out to the wing. Farias into the box. It's a little bit too far for Bangura. Can't quite get on top of it. That deflects to the corner. Now De La Rosa giving chase, but that's headed away nicely by Rusby Wood. Control for the Eagles. But a whistle and a free kick coming. We'll see a quick start now from the Lobos as they're going to try to get another attacking chance, maybe level this game. Good contingent coming from Collierville, Tennessee to cheer on their Lobos, and they've got something to cheer about now, certainly more lively on that side of the field after the goal. Two to 1 our score now. It was 2-0. But the Eagles making the play, and now they're going to have to go for a substitution. And they're going to get some of their big guys back as Carbajal Hernandez checks back in. And it looks like Edison Jerome is ready to come back on as well. Jerome with a goal and an assist, playing part in both of the goals for the Arlington Eagles Red here early on. Now a chip looking in behind, and they're able to find Flores Blanco. He's in all on his own. Coming out is the keeper, and yes, he's able to make the important stop. Ramirez comes sliding out, keeps it a 1-goal game. Not out of the woods yet, though, as it's deflected in. Again, is Flores Blanco working, and Flores Blanco with the finish. An important answer for the Arlington Soccer Association Eagles. His second goal of the match, Flores Blanco. The left-footed finish, a 3-1 advantage now for the Arlington Eagles. The breakaway started everything. It was a nice job by the keeper, Victor Ramirez, to come out and knock it away, but everything kind of fell apart there. And in all alone, they were able to get the goal. Another substitution coming as Jerome is still going to come onto the pitch for the Arlington Eagles. Slaps the high five and makes his way. Let's take a look at this again. It started with Flores Blanco in all by himself, and it finished with a goal. 3-1 our score. As now that momentum that perhaps the Lobos had picked up with that goal is diminishing quickly. Spadafora not done yet. Fights his way through, trying to sidestep the defender, cannot. Carbajal Hernandez able to cut it out, but whistled for the foul. And another free kick in the attacking third upcoming here for those Lobos Rush Premier. The Lobos Rush Premier never allowed more than 3 goals in a National League game. They only, as a matter of fact, they only gave up 3 goals once during league play, so this is unfamiliar territory for them. The one game they gave up 3 goals was to the Blue Division champions, Raiders FC. They're in Group B of this tournament. Is now the chip into the box, trying to head it on, but instead that's cleared out. Bangura gets to it. Trying to find Sefker, but that's cut out and sent back towards the box. And they'll just let that hop on through to Hugh Curran. High, short bouncer. Heading over to pick that one up is Leach. He turns with it. Able to shake off a defender. And the referee deciding to call the foul instead of playing the advantage. And that'll be a free kick for Arlington. And trying to start things a bit too early there. Got to wait on the whistle. We got a substitution coming first. Brody Lewis, the defender, making his way onto the pitch. As now the chip towards the box is able to find its way through. Jerome knocks it down, gets the shot off. Heck of a save by Ramirez. And he swallows up the rebound. Ramirez, a couple of nice saves here in this second half. Both goalkeepers have really played well today. Just a few more chances for those Arlington Eagles have found themselves with a 3-1 advantage. Now a play into the box, sliding for it was Walter Sefker. He's the goal scorer for the Lobos Rush Premier, but he couldn't quite get a hold of it. It runs out through the back line. That'll go for a goal kick here in the late stages of the second half. A 2-goal lead for the Arlington Eagles, but as we saw, all it takes is one set piece, and all of a sudden nothing's guaranteed anymore. Goal kick away. The Lobos able to play it back ahead. Spadafora played it ahead. Here's De La Rosa trying to reverse field, but just too many white jerseys around him. Now here's Sakis. That's cut out. Chi going for it, but that's kicked away. And cut out. National Championships brought to you by Wilson Trophy Company. As De La Rosa spins with it, but that's cleared out of harm's way. Wilson Trophy Company, the official awards, medals, and pin supplier of U.S. Youth Soccer. The NSCAA, a proud partner. And by the MLS, U.S. Youth Soccer is the official grassroots partner of the MLS. As a free kick awarded here to Arlington. Referee takes a look at her watch as play continues. 3-1 our score. As the free kick is away towards the 18. Working his way in behind now is Sokas. He turns with it. Spinning, that'll be deflected out. And we'll go for a corner kick, so the pressure remains on for the Arlington Eagles. The best defense is to have the ball. And they are trying to do that for sure. Another substitution here, as Lincoln Kickbush set to send this one in from the near corner. Again, not a large middle. Looking for the counter, but that ball a bit too heavy. Down the near side, that'll roll out harmlessly for a throw. Couple more substitutions coming in, this time coming from the Lobos side. Matthew Temple set to check back in. And Benjamin May makes his way onto the field as well. Nearing the final few minutes of this second half, referee again checks her watch. As Bangura subbed out, on comes Matthew Leach as he checks back into the game. Jerome turns that header. Saravia. Hockey. Given plenty of space. Chips it ahead. That's one time to head. Jerome giving it a run. Keeper off his line. Ramirez able to get to it anyway, and before Jerome can get to it, the defense able to help out. Now Leach, seeing his keeper off the line, tried to launch one, but that one clears the bar easily. And will go out for a goal kick. Jerome that time smelling his second goal perhaps, but just could not get it through Ramirez, who again did a nice job to close down the angle. And there it is, the final whistle here in day one of boys U14 Group A play. A 3-1 victory picked up for the Arlington Eagles Red Soccer Association from Virginia. They get the 3 points over CSA 2000 Lobos Rush Premier. We'll take a look at those highlights of that first half. It was certainly all Eagles in the first half scoring the goal. Edison Jerome got the scoring started with a touch to himself and finishing with the left-footed goal from way outside. We saw them try that a few times. It was all Eagles early on with the attacking pressure, but they didn't break through until about halfway through that first half, finishing it off with the Jerome goal. That made it 1-0 at halftime. Take a look. Here is the play into the box. Keeper save. And here's Jerome making his way through. Plenty of chances in that first half. Another option that time. That was the third shot on goal there. Now here's the goal scorer on the nice play by Jerome, pushing it to himself and then getting it around the keeper. Lobos weren't done. They kept attacking as well, though, and then here's their goal in the second half, trailing 2-0 off the set piece. A nice save by Karan, but Walter Sefker was able to get to it, make it a 2-1 game, but then Jerome, well, this is the goal that made it 2-0 as he was able to find Flores Blanco for the goal. That 2-0 was then made a 2-1 game. Arlington would add on a third goal here as you see Flores Blanco in all alone. It was blocked off, but he was able to get his own rebound and finish it with the strong left-footed finish. And that is your final 3-1. The Arlington, Virginia Eagles take this one over CSA 00 Lobos Rush Premier. On behalf of our entire production team, U.S. Youth Soccer, and all those at Turbo Sports Group, I'm Jake Levy. Again, the final score from the Maryland Soccer Complex on Field 11 is 3-1. The Arlington Eagles pick up 3 points here on day one of group play. We'll be back with more coverage from the 2014 U.S. Youth Soccer National Championships presented by the National Guard. Welcome to the Maryland SoccerPlex and today's under-13 girls contest. Today's game features the Michigan Hawks 2001 and Dallas Kicks here from Field 11. Hello everyone, I'm Jake Levy. Welcome to this U13 group matchup. We are in preliminary play here. U13 Girls Championship Finals are underway with day one of the preliminary stages. We've got the Dallas Kicks wearing the yellow kits with the green trim and the blue shorts, and we've got the Michigan Hawks wearing the white kits going from our right to our left. The Michigan Hawks hailing from Livonia, Michigan, 500 miles away under head coach Michelle Krisnick, and those Dallas, Texas Kicks under head coach Juan Martinez traveling across the country over 1,300 miles here to Germantown, Maryland to attend the national championship. The Michigan Hawks with it in an attacking position here as sliding through now and beating the keeper and in just off the side of the net. Oh, so close for the Michigan Hawks as they tried to start things off. It was Bria Telemaki who almost had the opening goal, but she finds the side of the net after beating the keeper. Take a look at this replay here again. Did a nice job to touch past the defense. Keeper comes sliding out, but then the shot with that right foot just unable to find the target. Dallas Kicks defense gets a wake-up call early. We've got two divisional champions. The Michigan Hawks coming from the Midwest Division, winning Division II, and the Dallas Kicks winning that Southern Division Group 3. The Southern Region Championship in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. The Dallas Kicks went undefeated through there. 3-0-0, getting those 9 points. They only gave up 4 goals during the group play. Nearly gave up 1 in the opening minutes of their national championship debut. They wound up getting a 3-1 victory over OFC Phillips, an Oklahoma State champion, in the final to advance here and give themselves the opportunity. The Michigan Hawks, they won the Midwest tournament in Beaver Creek, Ohio. The U13 girls won Group B, also going undefeated, 3-0-0, scoring 12 goals in that time. As now they've got another attacking chance here, working in towards the 6th box, but that is cut out by the defense. Not cleared out of play, though, and it chips back to the top of the 18. The Kicks able to get to it, though, and now perhaps a chance to counter along the near side. It's Aaliyah Marquez. She sends it ahead, but that's turned out and cut down by the defense. That time, Madeline Carlson getting to it and sending it back to the keeper. Micaiah Lipsy in goal for the Michigan Hawks here in this preliminary matchup. Remember, there are only 4 teams from U13 girls, as this one's chipped in ahead. The Kicks' Jada Thomas working her way into the corner. Thomas led the Southern Regional in goals scored. She scored 8 goals, including 2 in the final match in that Southern Regional, so she is certainly one to keep an eye on. She gets her first opportunity, but now the Kicks still on the attack as Lipsy dives on that attempt and stops it at the goal line for no further play. Michigan Hawks have dominated those regional championships. That's 3 straight U13 regional championships for the U13 Hawks. And they've won 5 of the last 6 seasons. So they have certainly been a mainstay here in these national championships. As now the Hawks looking to attack here, they send it down the near side. It's Armstrong. She gets to it, turning now. Looking for help, that's cut out and kept in play nicely. Nice piece of defending that time from Alexis Luna, the defender who pulls it away from a potential corner and gets it back to a throw. Olivia Kogo restarts play on the throw-in as the Hawks look to get it back to midfield. It's Lillian Lucas. Finds its way back to Lucas. Ahead to Childers. Childers' pass is cut out by Bellerica Oquendo. And that goes out to play along the far touch. Another throw in for the Hawks. They retain possession. Spending some time here early on in the attacking third. Here in the 5th minute. That time on the scoreboard is close, but not the official. We play 35-minute halves here with the U13 girls. Of course, time is kept on the field by the referee, so any stoppage time is up to him. As this goes out for a Hawks throw. Michigan soccer splits their boys and girls up. The girls are referred to as the Michigan Hawks as the flag is up there. And offsides, it'll go for a free kick for the Dallas Kicks. The boys are the Michigan Wolves, so U13 Hawks. The Region 2 champions will also have a Michigan Wolves game here on Field 11 during these group stages. That's coming up tomorrow. Now a battle along the far sideline. That comes back, played into the center, looking for Armstrong. But the defense of Destiny Ramirez enough to clear that one away. And that'll go out around midfield for a throw. Chipped down the field now by Marquez. Coming back to play it. Verdugo. She gives it back to Lipsy for a very nice kick from the U13 goaltender for the Hawks. Oquendo, the midfielder, sends it ahead. Looking to complete some passes here and try to work their way forward. Here's Armstrong. She spins with it, finds Childers. Time the pass intended for the forward was cut out. And a little indecision there as it'll roll out of play. Frazier and Lucas both kind of looked at each other as it rolled right between them and found its way across the far touchline for a throw-in for the Dallas Kicks. Dallas Kicks certainly prone to traveling. Had to go to Baton Rouge, Louisiana for the Southern Regional. Now find themselves in Germantown, Maryland, where we find ourselves, and we're glad you could be with us here on a beautiful morning for soccer. A little bit overcast skies. Mid-70s, the temperature's heating up a little bit more than those 8 o'clock early games. Now the play to the far corner. Here's Frazier. Working on Oquendo. She's able to get by her, chips it to the middle. That finds its way into Armstrong, trying to spin with it. That's Lucas checked that. Now it's picked up by Telemaki. Good defense there at an important time as the Kicks able to send that away from harm, but not for long. Right back on it are the Hawks. It's Kogo. Working against the defense of Alaya Marquez. She gets by her, but coming over and helping out Destiny Ramirez, the center back, able to help clear that away. Now Aaron McDonald. Childers. Would have been onside, but the play is broken up by Oquendo. Now a steal by Verdugo. She sends it back down the field. And played out. A lot of the action taking place in the Michigan Hawks attacking third here. Remember those Dallas Kicks with that good defense during the regional. Giving up 4 goals on their way to the championship, going undefeated through group play. Jada Thomas doing a bulk of the scoring. She scored 8 times. The team as a whole scored 11. Now that pass perhaps intended for Armstrong instead finds its way all the way through. And it's the goalkeeper Victoria's Cruz who starts it back the other way. Destiny Ramirez on the throw now as the Kicks perhaps trying to build something offensively. Get it ahead to Thomas. She fights her way through but is cut out. And the Hawks right back on possession. Only as far as the back line as that's booted towards midfield. Turning with it now, trying to find its way through. The defense has to hurry back. And it's Oquendo getting back there. She's listed as a midfielder on their roster as the shot off the top bar and in. from just on the perimeter of the 18. What a shot. That time able to blister the back of the net. And the Michigan Hawks, who have been on the offensive the whole time, wind up cashing in with the goal. Your goal scorer, Kaya Frazier, able to beam it right off the bottom of that crossbar. That's exactly where you try to aim with a long shot like that. And after the goal, an early substitution here. Emily Torres makes her way on for the Dallas Kicks. Kicks off the restart, trying to chip it right down the start. Let's take a look here at that goal again. What a shot by Frazier as she was able to work past the defense. A tough left-footed shot with the defense all over her. And she's able to tuck it underneath the bar for the early goal and the 1-0 lead for the Michigan Hawks. Now Dallas trying to answer. Here's the substitute, Emily Torres. She plays it along, hoping for Thomas, but that's cut out. Childers able to get back. Nice job by the midfielder, sprinting all the way back across the field to knock Thomas off the ball. She's very dangerous in those attacking situations, and I'm sure she will be the focus of that entire Hawks defense. U.S. Youth Soccer website did a great job preparing for these national championships. You've got team previews of every single team here in the national championships, all the way from the U13 to the U19 ranks. And we'll have every national championship game available for you here on TV. That includes the U13 girls final. We've got perhaps a chance to see one of those teams here, if not both, in this contest. Remember, at this U13, all you've got to do is be the top two in the group, so it's a potential that both of these teams could find themselves playing again in the final match. Kicks trying to start it ahead. That is cut out, though, and here comes Kogo. Played down the wing, that's Telemaki. She takes it to the corner. Now works it back towards the center, sends it into the box, cleared away immediately. Right back to her, though. Tough little strong touch there, though, and the Kick's able to take advantage and clear it out, but not all the way. And now they do it as they gain possession. Emily Torres, the substitute, plays it ahead to Thomas. Carlson sends that ahead, and now it's followed up by Lucas Oquendo. Thomas, nice little pass to turn it down the wing. Here comes Desiree Ramirez. She tries to get it back to Thomas, finds her mark, and that is blocked off by Erin McDonald, and the Kicks will earn themselves a corner kick. Nice little flick pass that time by Thomas as she was able to send her teammate free, and Desiree Ramirez found herself running down empty space, and if not for a nice backtracking play by the defense, would have had a clear shot on goal. Instead, it rolls over the end line for a goal, or for a corner kick here. And Alexis Luna lined up to take it. The Dallas Kick supporters trying to get behind her as she sends it into the box high, soaring corner kick to headed on goal, deflected away, still not out. Collision for it at the center, and a nice job by Micaiah Lipsey to just take cover and cover that ball up. Referee now talking to Thomas as they walk away from the scrum. And the foul was awarded as Thomas a bit too aggressive going in on the keeper. They do get a little extra protection. But Lipsey really had to be strong there as there was a bunch around the ball right in front of her own net. Instead, it remains a 1-0 lead for the Dallas Kicks. Michigan Hawks, check that. The Hawks with the 1-0 advantage as that one's played out. The Kicks trying to get back even. They nearly got level on that play off the corner, taking advantage of the set piece. Now up the throw played to the middle, but that's cut out nicely. Bria Telemaki's been all over the field, does a nice job to win that ball, and the referee is going to blow the whistle and call the foul. Thought he might play the advantage there with the Hawks off and running, but he calls it back and has a talking to with Jordan Martinez. Doesn't book her, just a word of caution as Telemaki hit the ground. Free kick restarts play long. Strong boot from the defensive line, but that's headed away. Goes flying in and whistles silent. It'll just be a throw-in, as that's just a good aggressive play all around. Madeline Carlson remaining on the ground. She took the wrong end of that hit, as it was a strong collision. She got checked right in the hip and kind of took a dive over. And that'll get the coaching staff out to take a look. She's back on her feet already, though, as head coach Marcel Krisnick comes out to take a look at her hawk. And now a round of applause, well deserved, as she appears to be able to walk it off. In the 16th minute now of play, those Hawks lead 1-0. As a delay for the restart as they wait for the head coach to come off the pitch. And now it looks as though they're going to take the injured player Madeline Carlson off as well. Nice to see her jogging off the field, though. Means she should be okay and fit to return in just a little bit. Taking a look now, it looks about her mid-back. Now Thomas controls it, trying to split two defenders, but can't do it as it's cut out by McDonald. Plays it back to the keeper. Thomas that time didn't have numbers, tried to do it all herself, and there's good news. Running back onto the field is Carlson. Generally, when a player needs an injury timeout and is tended to, they have to come off the pitch until they can show the fourth official they're ready to come back on, and that time it was just a brief matter of seconds. That one's cut out, and she certainly appears to be feeling okay as a right foot rocket sends that ball across the far touchline for a throw. Headed away, here's Telemaki. And a whistle and a foul called. At that time, Oquendo got up inner grill. And that'll be a free kick awarded to the Hawks. Hawks only gave up 3 goals during that regional tournament. So we expected a low-scoring affair coming in, with the two teams just giving up 7 combined goals through regional play. Already a goal on the stat sheet here this morning, though. Cut out by the shoulder of Emily Torres, but picked up by Telemaki. Reverse field. Now roaming into space and looking to thread one through, but that's cut out by the defense. Now Thomas loses out on the header. It was Verdugo who was able to get to it, but the Kicks still win possession. Now a whistle and a dangerous play, I suppose the call, as the two girls bumped shoulders, and Thomas whistled for the foul. Free kick for the Hawks. Down the far sideline, just a little bit too far in front of Frazier, and that'll roll out a play for a throw-in for the Kicks. Kicks wearing the yellow kits, moving from our left to our right. The Michigan Hawks in the white kits, moving from right to left. You are watching U13 girls action here. Now on the restart, the Hawks gain possession. Here's Kogo, working it to the middle. Her pass cut out. Good piece of defending for the moment, but it's picked up again, sent through for Armstrong. She's got it at the back of the defense. Shot and a diving tip of the glove. It might have been going wide either way, but Victoria's Cruz couldn't take any chances. She got the glove to it, and that'll go out for a corner. Coverage of the national championships brought to you by Capri Sun. As you see here, just a nice setup play, perfect pass finds its way through, and it was Armstrong all alone, the left-footed shot. And yeah, as you watch the replay, that was going to trail wide, but still a very nice play by Cruz to get over to it. Now, off the restart, it's a rolling kick into the box. It's Frazier. She sidesteps a defender. That's blocked away. Frazier is the goal scorer already. She scored in a very similar fashion from the other side. She scored a left-footed goal, that time trying it from the right, but it was blocked away. Coverage of the National Championships brought to you by Capri Sun, the official ready-to-drink juice of U.S. Youth Soccer, by Turbo Sports Group, the official video streaming production company of the National Championships. Don't forget, you can order complete games by going to www.turbosportsgroup.com. Referee playing an advantage here as Telemaki was in behind the defense, but she is cut out immediately after the advantage is given. Hawks again on possession, though, as they're able to take away that long pass. Now Lucas turning with it. She has it taken away, though, and it's pickpocketed by Slater. Verdugo sends it ahead. Here's Telemaki. She turns. Looking to send it forward. Takes on two defenders. Cuts back to the middle. Now here's Lucas. A little bit too strong of a touch. Couldn't quite control it. But they get possession back to the Hawks. Childers rolls it on to the far side. Oh, nice little stutter step there by Frazier. She chips it into the box. Looking for the one-timer is Lucas, and it's just wide. Creative little play there as Frazier was able to beat the defense and then put it in the air. Lucas tried to swing that leg around, couldn't quite get it on target. She did get on top of it, but couldn't direct it on net. So another scoring chance for the Hawks here in this first half, as Telemaki's going to come on off the field now. Substitution, first one for the Hawks. Haley Hartwig makes her way in for the first time here in the match. Unable to control that was Destiny Ramirez. Rolls across the line. And here's Kogo to restart it on the throw. She was hoping for Sklarski, but that's cut out. Still fighting for it along that back line. Decision time here, and it'll go out for a goal kick. Sklarski trying to fight her way and maybe get a deflection to win a corner, but instead it rolls across, and Cruz will be able to restart it on the kick away. In the 23rd minute of play now, 1-0. The Michigan Hawks lead. It was a Kaya Frazier goal that gave them the lead. She nearly set up her teammate Lillian Lucas just a minute ago for a potential 2-goal lead, but that thing wound up trickling just wide. There have been scoring chances aplenty here in this first half. Just one finish as now Thomas trying to pick that up along the far side. That's cut out by Madeline Carlson and rolls out of play for a throw. Thought there might be a whistle for a foul there on Thomas, the way she came in at the cleats of Carlson, but the whistle stays silent. Hawks win possession. Nice job to turn that ahead to herself, the substitute Haley Hartwig. But then a good recovery as well by Oquendo as she was able to turn around and pick her pocket from behind. Now they start the other way. Numbers here for the kicks if they hurry. Send it ahead to Thomas, but that's cut out at the last minute by Aaron McDonald. Nice job as they got to the attacking third. Good defending, really. Nice job by that back line to hold their lines. Got a halt in play here as some substitutions are going to make their way on. Both teams making changes. Sierra Nissan comes on for the Hawks. Meanwhile, numbers 9 and 27 for the kicks. That's Michelle Gonzalez and Lauren Baker making their way on. Substitutions continue here as this first half moves into its later stages. Off the restart, Hawks gain possession in their defensive third and clear it away. Nice job to come back and take possession that time by Armstrong. She tried to turn it upfield. Second effort to get it to go. It's a straightaway kick, really looking to try to thread something through the middle, and there was nothing there but defenders. Torres. Baker. Back to Torres. Nice job to win that ball there by Sklarski, but her pass is intercepted. She comes back, almost wins the ball right back. Instead, here's Torres. She oversteps it a bit, and it rolls on through. Kogo able to get back to it. And now fighting off the attack of Lauren Baker, and that's going to get a whistle and a foul. As she tried to kick through the legs of Kogo to get the ball, but all she got was the back of her calf, so that'll be a free kick. Play picked up by Gonzalez. Fresh into the game. She gives it ahead. Good numbers in the box now. Here's Thomas trying to turn with it. McDonald blocks it off. Thomas fights through. And back is Carlson to send it away. That help defense from the Hawks back line has really made it tough for the kicks to penetrate. If they're going to get through that, they're going to have to look to try to cross something into the box or find a way to get those quick, short passes, because trying to run through and take a defender one-on-one is just not going to happen, especially early on, the way those Hawks get over and help each other out to cut out those attacking runs. In the middle of the field, it finds Childers. Trying to send it ahead, but that's intercepted by Gonzalez. She sends it to the middle. Thomas turns it ahead, and trying to turn upfield was Baker, but that's cut off nicely again. Oh, if Baker could have looked up and found Thomas making that run and done a nice give and go, she would have been free and clear. But the defense on her too quickly and made the pressure, and that forced her to panic a little bit perhaps and turn the ball over in a dangerous position. Spinning around Lucas. She'll send it ahead. There's Armstrong. Sklarski finds Hartwig trying to fight her way through the box, but that's cut off. Clear attempt is intercepted by Sklarski. It comes back to the top. Trying to step in was Lucas, but she just couldn't get there ahead of Emily Torres. Now another attempt to feed it through that defense, and just a bit off target. Otherwise, they could have found themselves with a real threat there. Michelle Slater turns it ahead. Here's Torres working it back towards the middle, trying to fight through a much bigger opponent in Olivia Kogo, and she took advantage of her size there to win that ball. Now another chance for the Hawks. Chipped ahead nicely. Flag is up, though. It was close. Hoping for Ashley Armstrong, but she was just a step behind the defense. Very close in that well-timed run, but the flag goes up, and the offsides brings it back. Torres feeds it through the legs, looking for Thomas. Thomas able to beat the defense. It rolls out of play, though. Nice job by McDonald to at least slow up Thomas by rolling that over the sideline and give her defense a chance to line up here and get back. Quick throw on the restart. Controlled by the Hawks for a moment. Now Torres finds it inside to Thomas. Thomas trying to put something to the top of the 18, but that's cleared away. Another pass intercepted. Fighting through now Gonzalez. In steps Baker. And McDonald runs her off the ball, and then it's cleaned up by Lipsy. That back line for the Michigan Hawks really continues to impress. They have imposed their will physically in this first half, taking advantage of some bigger bodies, especially in the midfield. Now Torres spinning back with it. Gets it to Ramirez. Her pass is intercepted in a dangerous spot, though. Here comes Armstrong. She puts it through. Flag is up. Flag is up as Hartwig shuffled in behind the defense just a bit too quickly. You saw what they were trying to do. They tried to drag to the ball and then slip it right through, and they almost got it. If they could time that just a little bit better, Hartwig's going to find herself with a golden goal-scoring opportunity. Chloe Pirana checks in for the Hawks. The Dallas Kicks making changes as well as Jordan Martinez and Jordan Beard both make their way in. Free kick on the restart taken by Marquez. Rolls out of play, trying to go with the quick throw. Torres able to find Martinez. She puts it ahead to Thomas, who beats the defender, but again, that help defense and a little bit of a pull of the ponytail after the play came through. Isabel Verdugo was trying to run over and help, and it looked like Thomas got a little bit grabby there. The referee having a talking to her. I don't think she'll get booked for that one. Just a regular foul and a talking to, no booking for Thomas, but that's one to keep in mind later on in the game if the referee is asked to make another decision. As this rolls out now, and the flag up for what looks like a substitution, and yes, it is going to be Thomas taken out of the game here, so I wonder if after that foul, if head coach Juan Martinez wants to have a talk with his star forward. Remember, Jada Thomas scored 8 goals in the regional championship series, so her goal scoring is definitely important, and you want to make sure she might be a bit frustrated and calm her down, get her onto the bench, take advantage of those substitution rules in youth soccer. Temperature-wise, absolutely beautiful day here in Germantown, Maryland. U13 girls preliminary action. The Michigan Wolves and Dallas Kicks. The Wolves with a 1-0 lead and looking for more here is Hartwig, able to control it. Slides it along the far side and chip back to the middle. That's cut out there. Now header back. Oh, and that is onside, I believe. Found Piranha. The substitute rolls it in. And coming out, making an important stop was Victoriz Cruz. She has made a few nice saves in this U13 girls game. Has given up the 1 goal, but there was not much she could do about that brilliant shot that we saw earlier from Kaya Frazier. Piranha plays it towards the middle. Couple of hops, but that goes through and finds Oquendo, and she is run down by Hartwig. That'll be a foul and a free kick awarded to the Kicks. U.S. Youth Soccer National Championship game. Take a look at the replay here. Bounce right on through. Piranha on size, just up, stubbed her foot a little bit. Couldn't hit it cleanly, could she? It was going to be a bouncing ball on a one-timer, and it rolled in easily for Cruz, who came out and made the play, as she's been doing a plenty here in this first half. Sent out of play for a throw. U.S. Youth Soccer National Championships brought to you by Happy Family, the official on-the-go superfood of U.S. Soccer, by Kohl's, the official department store of U.S. Soccer, and by Liberty Mutual Insurance, an official sponsor of U.S. Youth Soccer. Final stages of this first half. 35-minute halves in U13. Remember, all stoppage time kept on the field, so we'll have the clock run past 35 to allow the referee to officially signal the end of the first half of play on his whistle. And a little forearm shove there. Hawks called for the foul as Kogo tried to run Beard off the ball and was caught doing it. Sun trying to peek its way through those clouds here on an overcast morning in Germantown. As I mentioned, beautiful conditions. There is a threat of some potential rain in the afternoon, but everything looks to be pretty clear here in the morning. It has been overcast since the sun came up, but that's kept the temperature down a bit. It's just in the mid to upper 70s right now. Bit of mugginess, but certainly nothing that anyone in Maryland in late July would complain about. Sent ahead, hoping that time for Nissan, but it rolled a little bit too far, and Oquendo picks it up. Now perhaps looking for a counter. That's chested down and head towards the far touchline, but taken away there. Fighting through. The one touch. Setting up Skolarski. She chips it, hoping for Nissan. A bit too heavy, though, and that'll roll across the end line for a goal kick. Like the idea of trying to work the wing there and see if you can't chip it out wide and then pass it back towards the center with numbers in the box, but that time just a little bit too strong. And as a result, it'll be a free kick. And with that, we have reached halftime. So we said it might go a little bit over. The referee's clock perhaps a little bit faster than ours. We just hit under 35 minutes, and one half of play is in the books. Here in the U13 girls preliminary stages, it's a 1-0 lead for the Michigan Hawks. They come in with a one goal, plenty of shots both ways, back and forth action. It was certainly exciting to watch. You're watching coverage of the 2014 U.S. Youth Soccer National Championships presented by the National Guard, the official armed forces branch of U.S. Youth Soccer and presenting sponsor of the National Championships by Nike, the official supplier of U.S. Youth Soccer, Capri Sun, the official ready-to-drink juice of U.S. Youth Soccer, by Turbo Sports Group, the official video streaming production company of the National Championships. Don't forget, you can order and purchase any broadcast from this year's event by logging on to www.turbosportsgroup.com. Also brought to you by Happy Family, the official on-the-go superfood of U.S. Youth Soccer, by Kohl's, the official department store of U.S. Youth Soccer, Liberty Mutual Insurance, an official sponsor of U.S. Youth Soccer, by Nestle Nesquik, the official post-game drink of U.S. Youth Soccer, by SKLZ, the official player performance training sponsor of U.S. Youth Soccer, Sports Authority, the official sporting goods retailer of U.S. Youth Soccer, Wilson Trophy Company, the official awards, medals, and pin supplier of U.S. Youth Soccer, NSCAA, a proud partner of U.S. Youth Soccer, and by the MLS. U.S. Youth Soccer is the official grassroots partner of MLS. We will be back from the Maryland SoccerPlex with more, including first half highlights right after this short break. Okay, can you hear me? Can you hear me or am I muted? Check, 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 check. We welcome you back to U.S. National Championships Youth Soccer U13 Girls Preliminary Action. A 1-0 lead for the Michigan Hawks in the white kits. They have switched field and now going left to right. The Dallas Kicks in the yellow kits trailing 1-0. We'll start the ball for restart to start the second half of play. 35 minutes in, the lone goal. A Kaya Frazier blistering shot in that first half. We'll be sure to show you that just as soon as we can on the replay. That was one of the nicer shots we've seen already here in this tournament. It's got a chance to be one of the best shots and best goals scored in this tournament, blistering the bottom of the crossbar. Back underway now. The Kicks were on their heels for much of that first half. The Michigan Hawks dominating the style of play and able to generate a lot of offense, chipping it to the wings, and they go right back to that way now, looking for Lucas. She takes it down, but that is cut out and deflected out for a throw for the Dallas Kicks. Nice job that time by Michelle Gonzalez on the defensive side of things to get back and force things out. Here we go. We'll take a look now at the first half highlights. Here, an early on opportunity. It was able to slip the defense, but just couldn't get it to go. Now here's the Kaya Frazier goal. A blistering shot, left-footed off the bottom of the crossbar. That was the only one able to beat the goalkeeper, Victoria's Cruz. She was outstanding during that play. Cruz will have to be outstanding again here early on as it goes out for a corner kick. As you see there now, another nice save made by her during replay play. We've got the first half highlights package coming your way. Another shot attempt and good opportunity, but the score remained 1-0. We'll see if it stays that way now as the corner kick going in. Cruz tries to punch it away. It's headed in the air and followed up nicely, but still not out of harm's way. It comes down for Frazier. She's turning with it, taking it back to the far corner now. Cruz came out for a line, tried to punch that ball, missed it. Luckily, she had some help from Emily Tovar. Now this one sent in on a bounce, scooped up by Cruz, and she makes sure to secure the replay and rebound. The defense was coming back and cutting off her angle. Nakia Lipsy did her best to take away most of the net, and Thomas just could not find the back of the net. But that's the first real chance for the Kicks here in this second half, and the closest they've gotten to leveling the score. Take a look at this again here. She finds herself all alone behind the defense, showing off that great speed, and fights her way through, kicks that left-footed shot. Nice job, as you see on the replay that time, by McDonald coming off and really making it tough for her to find any space to work with. That pressure forced the shot wide, hitting the side of the net. We saw a shot just like that for the Michigan Hawks in the early stages of the first half, so perhaps that's a positive sign for the Kicks of good things to come. That shot I'm referring to came off the foot of Bria Telemaki. She's got it right now, working her way towards the box. One girl to beat. She steps by her. She's in all alone, sliding, saved by Cruz, and an important one at that. Telemaki was in all alone, and Cruz got the leg on it. Coming out to cut down the angle, she has been outstanding here in this game for the U13 girl, Dallas Kicks. Now Frazier, the only girl to beat Cruz, tries to take it, and that's deflected out. It'll go for a corner as Belakriga Oquendo was able to get back and cut that one off. Near side. It'll be the right foot of Lillian Lucas. She sends it in, a nice corner this time over the head of Cruz. The header is in the back of the net. Off the set piece, it's 2-0. Perfectly placed cross, and the finish is capped off on the far side. What an excellent play as they found the defender. She's been so good, Erin McDonald, along that back line, and she gets herself the goal as a reward coming up on the corner kick. She was on that back post and finished it off with the header. Here we go. We'll take a look at it again. Lucas set it in perfectly. Cruz, you see, going up to try to punch it away just over her head, and what a job to get the head right on the ball and knock it in to chuck it inside the near goal post. So a couple of very fine goals scored by the Michigan Hawks, and they've certainly earned their 2-0 for the Hawks, and again in a dangerous position nearing the attacking third. Frazier lines up like she's going to take this one, and now she backs away. And instead, Madeline Carlson comes on the ball. A couple of Hawks surrounding it now. Carlson the trailer, and it will not be. Instead is Lucas again, and why not? And that shot is off the crossbar, and that's in the back of the net. Are you kidding me? What a finish. Lillian Lucas able to get it over the head of Cruz and find the space just underneath the crossbar, and in the matter of a minute, 2 quick goals from the Michigan Hawks, and they now lead it 3-0 here in the second half. Lillian Lucas, her cross got her the assist on the corner just a minute ago. This time she does it all by herself. Look at the flight of this ball. It looks like Cruz may have gotten her fingertips on it, but couldn't do much to deflect it away. It finds itself in the back of the net. A little bit of a delayed reaction there as well from Lucas. I don't think they thought it went in at first, thinking the goalkeeper got her fingers on it, but to their delight, it winds up going in. So now the Kicks really find themselves with their backs up against the wall, trailing 3-0 here, just under a half hour left to play here in this preliminary game. Remember, 3 points on the line, but there are only 4 teams in this group. And the top 2 will play each other in the final on Saturday. Still a chance that you could see these Dallas Kicks, if they can get good results in their next 2 games, and even maybe come back in this one. Certainly not over just yet. We do know the scoring power of Thomas. She's got it here inside the 18, crosses it into the box just off the head and deflected away. Flag was up anyway, as Alea Marquez was in behind the defense. She couldn't quite turn the header on goal. It would not have mattered. She was offsides. But there you see just how quickly these Kicks can respond. Certainly a tale of 2 benches down below us. The Hawks 3 goals to celebrate. The Kicks thinking about what could have been if a couple of passes had just gone a different way. Lipsy on the offsides restart. And the Hawks gain possession. They chip it ahead. Hoping that time for Frazier, but a bit too far. And that'll go out, and the Kicks will get control of the ball. Frustration perhaps brewing for the Kicks as they try to find some way to work past this Hawks defense, retain some possession. A couple of set-piece goals are the story of this early second half. And it's really been 3 incredible goals scored by the Hawks. None of them have been cheap, and none of them have been easy. Now a good job to win that ball by Marquez. She tries to send it to the middle, but that's immediately cut out. And now here's Telemaki turning with it. She gives it to Lucas. Lucas, strong left foot, sends it ahead. Well-weighted ball again. She has done very well from that midfield position. Nice one-touch pass here to the corner. Springs ahead Slater, but coming over to cut that out is Carlson. She sends it across the near touch line for a throw. Not 2 Hawks defenders, but now it squeaks through Marquez, sends it on net, and that's picked up by Micaiah Lipsy. Lipsy tested for the first time here in this second half, and she is up to the challenge. Diving and hauling that one in on the fly, not giving up the rebound. And that's so important on those low line drive shots with traffic around the net. A lot of teams will just take a shot hoping for a rebound and a scoring chance off that. Here, take a look again at the Kicks. Excellent shot to get on the score sheet. It's falling down to her right. Really had a straightaway look at it, and she made it look easy, didn't she? Back to live action now. As the Hawks play it ahead, trying to chip it through the defense. Nobody there to make the run. Telemaki was a bit behind the play, and that's cleared out. Whistle and a substitution coming in now. Looks like both teams are set to make substitutions as Coming off the pitch, Lillian Lucas. And she's going to get high fives and a well-deserved round of applause from the supporters. As Ashley Armstrong checks back into the game in favor of Lucas. That'll allow the restart. The Kicks will be looking to make a substitution very soon as well, and in fact, here it comes. Oquendo is going to be pulled from the pitch. And Destiny Ramirez, the defender, will check back in. Here in the 46th minute of a 70-minute contest, a 3-0 lead for the Region 2 champion Michigan Hawks. Lillian Lucas with a goal and an assist. 2 set-piece goals here in this second half, and also a blistering shot from the 18 in the first. Kicks trying to gain some momentum here, but this one comes to Frazier. She takes it to the center, lets one rip. That's high, and that's in the back of the net as well. Kaya Frazier, another long-range missile, finds the top of the net, and that makes it 4-0 in favor of the Michigan Hawks here in the second half. That time the defense just gave a bit too much room, and Frazier walked it to the center, and she let it fly. We've seen plenty of long-range shots come from that Michigan Hawks squad. And just like the bird that represents them, they are soaring right now. 4-0. The Kicks at this point still trying to play. As they chip it down, let's take a look at the replay real quick. Kaya Frazier walking it to the middle. And then there's that left-handed, look at that beautiful job, knee over ball, perfect technique. And she rifles it right in below the bar. Seen her do that a couple of times. She's got 2 goals in this game now. And what a match for her. Controlled by the Kicks. Trying to get back on the score sheet and get themselves maybe back into contention here. A quick goal or two, and you never know what can happen. It's tough when goals are scored on you in bunches like that, as that goes under the leg of Kogo, but right there to clean things up is Lipsy. Lipsy will boot this one away. And it's picked up by the Hawks. It's Bria Telemaki. She sends it back, but that's taken away. Now Torres trying something along the near sideline. Blocked off and cleared away strongly. Torres tried the one-touch pass but didn't get much on it. Intercepted easily by the Hawks. Hartwig turns with it. That's cut out, but still finds its way to a teammate. Here's Frazier. I doubt she'll get as much room to operate as she did last time. She cuts down the sideline this time instead of trying to work to the middle, perhaps looking for friends into the box, but that's walled off nicely by that defensive line and eventually wrestled away in a good battle, but Jordan Martinez came up with it. Could only clear it as far as midfield, though, as the Hawks right back in an attacking position. Here's Childers. That's blocked off. They'll circle back and try another way. It's Frazier. Childers. Kogo to Armstrong. Now that one's deflected away. Armstrong trying to battle for it back, but she can't quite get it. Taylor Tuft is able to win that one. Tuft scored 4 goals during the regional tournament. It wasn't all Jada Thomas. Thomas did lead the entire tournament with 8, but Tufts was in the top 10 as well, scoring 4 times. Here's Telemaki taking it in. Finds Frazier. Frazier tried to cross it to the middle again, but that's cut out. Important stop. With Frazier, you've got to take that ball away from her as soon as she gets to the 18 because she is not afraid to let him rip, and we understand why. Pass intended for Childers cut out. And Tufts again able to stand strong there. Kogo tried to squeeze it through to Frazier, but that's blocked off nicely. Well done by Emily Tavar to get herself in the way, and the defender earns herself a free kick. '14 United States Youth Soccer National Championships brought to you by the National Guard, the official armed force branch of U.S. Youth Soccer and the presenting sponsor of the National Championships, by Nestle Nesquik, the official post-game drink of youth soccer, and by Nike, the official supplier of U.S. Youth Soccer. After substitution, kicks restarted on the free kick, but that finds its way right to Frazier. The ball just seems to find her in attacking positions, doesn't it? She works her way in. Speeds past the defender, a little extra burst. Now trying to cross back. Looking for a shot to the near side, deflected away. And that'll go out for a corner. It may have been going wide anyway, but Frazier, eyeing the hat trick, forced Cruz to make the diving attempt. And she did well to get to that ball and deflect it away, just to be sure. More substitutions now coming before the corner kick is taken. As Chloe Pirana and Sierra Neeson both make their way on. Kaya Frazier coming off the pitch now. So her chance for a hat trick, at least for now, is quelled. Rolling ball on the inset and trying to get the one touch, but it deflected the wrong way, caught her up in the face. As Armstrong tried to deflect it. Now another shot, high reaching grab of Cruz, pulls it in. And do not let that score sheet reflect the effort of Cruz here in this game this morning. She has been outstanding. A few very important saves, or this game could have really gotten out of hand early. Just some ridiculous shots that I don't think a U19 goal contender could stop, let alone a U13. As a whistle and a foul here, Verdugo put herself in between the ball and the player. Let's take a look now at our second half goals. Off set pieces first, here's Lucas with the corner kick. Sets it up perfectly for her teammate Erin McDonald. Then she does it herself. On the set pieces, you see the header tucked in. Then here's Lucas on a free kick after a foul. Able to tuck it underneath the bar, deflecting it off the hands of the goalkeeper, Cruz. That made it 3-0. And then another long-range shot was coming thereafter in regular play as Frazier scored her second of the match. Able to work it to the middle, had plenty of room, and took advantage with the left foot strike into the top of the net. Those are the 3 goals scored here in this second half, and that certainly shows you what Cruz has been up against. She's done everything she can to keep her team in this game, and now she just needs a little help from the offense. As offsides halts play there. And the kick's trying to hurry the pace of play, perhaps quicken things up and try to get down the other way. Nice through ball to send Slater. She works it to the 18. Kicks it looking for Thomas just off her outstretched foot, and it rolls on through. Thomas was all alone in the center of the box, and that pass was just a bit too far behind her. She couldn't corral it. Kicks just that close to finding themselves on the score sheet. Whistle and the foul. After that pass intended for Marquez, she was cut down. McDonald coming over and forcing her off the ball. So a deep free kick coming. This is about the range from where Lucas gave it a go at the goal. This one's chipped into the box. McDonald there to cut it away. And then it's Nissan turning it away. Here's Telemacki. Looking ahead. Ball cut out just as she was trying to pass it to the near side, but it still finds its mark as it's picked up by Childers. Telemacki has Childers running down the wing. She cuts it to the middle. Instead, it's Neeson. She sends one in rolling on goal, and Cruz will scoop that one up as it rolls comfortably into her waiting hands. And that's a nice change for Cruz after seeing some rockets into the upper 90s and just below the crossbar that she couldn't get to. So now here's Slater with it. And that'll just get run out of play. Madeline Carlson coming on over. So she's shown no ill effects since going down earlier. She required medical treatment and attention from her coach after a heavy collision on the far sideline. She came out for just a second and was checked right back into the game as substitution oncoming. Dallas kicks, sending Adrian Arriaga, a midfielder, on. And they'll also get Lauren Baker back into the game as Thomas comes to the sideline. Torres sends it in towards the box. That's cut down, though, by the Hawks. Rolled out, it'll go for a throw. The Dallas kicks. Traveled over 1,300 miles to get here to Germantown, Maryland. The beautiful Maryland SoccerPlex. We are here on Field 11, the stadium field. Here at the SoccerPlex, there are over 20 fields here, 17 of them in use for league play. So we've certainly seen quite a bit of action already, even though we're just in the second round of games here in day one. Cruz out to the top of the 18, picks it up. That's sent away, it'll go out for a throw. U.S. Youth Soccer National Championships brought to you by SKLZ, the official player performance training sponsors of U.S. Youth Soccer, and by Sports Authority, the official sporting goods retailer of U.S. Youth Soccer. To the middle, Luna sends it away. Childers looking for something down the wing, but instead she finds a defender, Destiny Ramirez. This one chipped past Childers, but picked up by the Hawks, and they squeeze it through. It's Childers with it. She'll play it back. There's Verdugo. Telemacki turning with it. Finds Neeson. She tries something to the far side. The flag is up. As Piranha just a step early in time in her run. Otherwise, she would have been all alone through that back line. That's part of the problem when you get late in these games, when the floodgates open like that. In a one-goal game, you're still not going to give yourself up because you got a chance to draw. But once you start going down 2-3 goals late in the second half, you're going to see things open up. You're going to press forward, try to get yourself on the score sheet, and that's when you open yourself up to cracks in that defensive line. And it certainly hasn't been cracks in the defense that have been the issue. It's just been great shots by the Michigan Hawks. You got to give credit where credit is due. Kaya Frazier, 2 long-range missiles, and a couple of set pieces that found the back of the net. Turning with it, Gonzalez. She chips it ahead. Slater got one touch and run off the ball. Getting to it, Torres. She spins, keeps possession, and plays it back, hoping for and getting it to Gonzalez. Nice piece of play there as they try to send it in. That's blocked off. Gonzalez again. Through to Torres. And that pass hoping to get back to Gonzalez, instead run out by Sklarski. Back to the middle of the field where it's played. And cut out. Here's Kogo. Trying to find a way to work through. She'll take it herself. Finding space in front of her. She works towards the middle of the pitch. Now one touches it on to Armstrong. She gives to Neeson. And again, Piranha just a step off sides as the flag is up. That's the same play they tried the last time they were in the attacking third with the exact same result. And once again, if she could slow herself for just a moment, she'll be on sides, and she's got so much room to work with. That back line cheating up at the last second and catching her off sides. As Childers plays it ahead. Armstrong. Torres cuts it out. That pass intercepted and played away. Gonzalez. Hoping for the middle for Arriaga. It went through, but still find a teammate. Now fighting their way through. Now Arriaga with it, but she has it taken away from her abruptly. Telemacki looking to set something up from the middle here. She's run down from behind, and that'll draw the whistle. Professional foul there, coming back and making the play where she had to, because if Telemacki kept running, they were going to have numbers in the box and could perhaps expand this lead a little bit further. Jada Thomas will check back in for the kick. Substitution looks like oncoming for the Hawks as well. A bit of confusion at first. But Alexandra Giroir, who's listed as a goalkeeper on their roster, is coming out as a field player right now. So she'll get a chance to run a bit. Madeline Carlson on the ball. Looking at this free kick. Before we get there, we have one more substitution coming, as Grace Kelly will come on to the pitch for the first time. Michelle Krisnick lining her players up. Now the free kick away. That's headed out immediately. Thomas gets to it. And that's knocked down with a blatant handball. Just trying to jump and make something happen. It caught Verdugo right in the palm. Inside 10 minutes left in this U13 girls preliminary match. 4-0. Michigan Hawks with the lead. This one's cut out for a throw for the kicks. And oftentimes in soccer you see a game or a match where the score sheet is so low and one team was so dominant. This is the exact opposite, where the score line looks as though the Hawks have just been relentless, but really it was just a couple of set pieces and two very well-placed long-range shots that are the difference in this game. Both goaltenders have been quite good to this point in the match, making the saves they can make. Now a pass in the middle. This one will be tough. Sliding save as we say it. But the flag is up anyway, offsides. But Cruz still showing off what she can do as she came out and stopped Schwenke. Cruz cutting down the angle nicely there. Slater trying to get to it. Run out of play. She'll circle back and throw it in instead. Arrieta. Slater. This time Arrieta turns, tries the other side. Oquendo. She feeds it through nicely. And another important stop coming back and getting there was Carlson. To the top. The running shot, that's blocked away. That Hawks defense spaced so well along the back line, it's tough to really find a crack where they can't get to it quickly. In the early stages, we saw the Kicks trying to sprint through that wall, but couldn't do it because of the help defense. Now, in this second half, perhaps they've changed their strategy a bit, trying to pass the ball through with a similar result. Slater does it herself. Gonzalez able to gain possession. That pass is stomped out by Carlson. Now here's Kelly. Gaining the box. Stopping, looking perhaps for some help on the outside. Gets it. Chip in towards the top of the 18, but that's headed away. Hawks right back on possession. Neeson looking for Kelly. Bit too far out in front of her. And it's taken away. Now that pass almost stomped down, but finds its way all the way to the near side. Slater chips it. That's sent right back from where it came from. Slater tried to control it, went off the side of her foot. Now perhaps a chance for the Hawks here. Kelly takes it. Kelly's got Neeson with her. She's dribbling, weaving through traffic, gets it to Neeson. The chip shot just wide. Tried the near post. It beat the keeper, but could not quite find the target. Let's take a look at this again. Nice play by Kelly to set it up. She takes on 2-3 defenders, then slips it through just at the right time, finding Neeson. Good right-footed strike, and just off the mark. Goal kick for Cruz restarts it. Under 5 minutes left to play here in this second half. It would take an utter bombarding of goals to change the result of this one in the direction that the Kicks would like. Telemacki for Kelly. Whistle and a foul, as coming over sliding was Emily Tavar, and she is whistled for the foul and a free kick in the attacking third. Lillian Lucas, who scored on the last memorable set piece, not on the pitch at the moment. Here's the free kick sailing over the crossbar, giving it a go, but couldn't quite bring it down in time. So that'll sail out for a goal kick. Cruz punches one that's headed on back to the defensive line, and now turned ahead by the Hawks. Baker fighting for it, but that's taken away. And good job by Baker to come back and win that ball in the end. This one finds its way through to Kelly. Nice little nifty move to get by Tavar, but it was all for naught as the pass was cut out. Now a whistle and the handball will cause this pause in play. That caught her off the elbow. Incidental contact, but contact nonetheless. Looking for Thomas. This one pinballs off a couple of Hawks and then is sent scalding away. Kelly. Plenty of room to operate. Had her pass blocked, but gets it back. Now down the far touch. Rana and Neeson come together. It winds up on the boot of Kelly. She avoids one tackle and then deflects that one off of a kick for the throw-in. Another substitution coming. This one, I believe, coming from the Hawks side, and yes, it is going to be Sierra Neeson pulled from the match, as she'll get the penny. And Taylor Jakubiak will make her way on. So everybody getting a chance to get on the pitch here for the Hawks in these later stages, taking advantage of the goal spread. A 4-0 advantage here in what should be the waning minutes of this U13 girls preliminary group stage match. Kelly turns and sends it ahead for Jakubiak. She gives it back to Kelly. Kelly chipped, she stumbles but gets back on the ball and is able to get it back to her defense. Giroir hands it off. Telemacki controls into the corner. She shouldered off the ball, but still able to win possession for a moment before the kick sniffed that one out. Chip back towards the top of the 18, Kelly. Now this shot a one-hopper into the waiting chest of Cruz. And with that, there is the whistle, and that will do it. Outstanding display by the Region 2 champions, the Michigan Hawks. The U13 girls score 4 times in the match, and they take the 4-0 clean sheet for the victory. They were all very impressive goals. We'll be sure to show you those shortly, but there's certainly no hanging the heads if you are the Kicks. They played a great game as well. Every once in a while, you just run into some good goal scorers, and that appeared to be the case in this one. Remember, that does not necessarily signal the end of the Kicks, and they could find themselves playing the Hawks in a rematch in the title game. Remember, the top 2 teams from this 4-team group will advance to the finals and play each other to determine the U13 girls national champion. The second game of our 4 games here on Field 11 was certainly an exciting one. 4 goals scored, all for the girls in white. As they come off the pitch, they'll get a standing round of applause from their supporters, and that's with good cause. And we are ready to show you all 4 of those goals now, starting in the first half. It got started. As first you see here, working through. Now Kaya Frazier working her way to the top of the 18, and then just a great left-footed shot with pressure on her, able to blister underneath the crossbar for the goal. You saw more attacking chances here. There was Cruz making one of her phenomenal saves. Cruz was very good in net for the Kicks in this one, as you see, coming out and taking that play away as well. Plenty of opportunities for the Hawks. Another tremendous sliding save. And then the set pieces came early in that second half. First, Lucas sent in the header, and Erin McDonald finished it off the cross from Lucas, made it 2-0, and then just a minute later, Lucas taking a free kick from 40 yards out, and she was able to drop it right underneath the crossbar, perfectly placed off the fingertips of Cruz and into the back of the net. That made it 3-0. And then icing on the cake for Kaya Frazier, another left-footed missile from just outside the 18, 20 yards away, and she strikes that thing right through below the crossbar. Not much Cruz could do on just about all 4 of those goals, and this match goes just the way the Hawks drew it up as they get the 4-0 victory in their first game and get an important 3 points as group play is underway in U13 Girls Soccer National Championship. On behalf of our entire production team, U.S. Youth Soccer, and all those at Turbo Sports, I'm Jake Levy. Again, the final score from the Maryland SoccerPlex Field 11 is 4-0. The Michigan Hawks beat the Dallas Kicks. We'll be back with more coverage at noon here from the 2014 U.S. Youth Soccer National Championships presented by the National Guard.